Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you my match review of QPR versus Manchester United. Now, this game was unbearable to watch for the first 60 minutes. It was absolutely atrocious. And to be honest, I had less confidence in the first half of QPR versus Manchester United than in the entire of last season. Well, albeit apart from the losses against City and Liverpool last season. Louis van Gaal has the players at his disposal, but he's playing Di Maria as a striker and Rooney as a cam, and then Blind as a centre-back in a 3-5-2, where the players don't know what the fuck's going on. They're out of position. They don't know where everyone should be when you're attacking and defending. It was just a shambles. Absolutely pathetic first 60 minutes. And QPR really should have scored easily with that defence. Like, we couldn't have played worse, to be honest. So, you know, QPR fans, it must be kind of annoying because that was the worst we could have performed, and QPR still didn't manage to score. They had a lot of long shots in the first half. Leroy Fer had a fair few. Charlie Austin a couple. Charlie Austin forced a couple of decent saves out with David De Gea in the first half from long-range shots. And then we get a shot, and it's Juan Mata with a brilliant ball in. And Falcao, it's a fantastic save from Rob Green. Falcao maybe should have put it a bit lower in the actual goal, but he put it at a decent height for Rob Green to save. Now, Falcao did miss a few sitters in this, but regardless of that, he was getting in the areas, and especially after we switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond after, he was getting in a lot of good areas. There was some good link-up play from Falcao. Regardless of, he didn't score, right? But he still did a lot more than RVP usually does in games, except obviously RVP has scored 8, but he's also played 20. But what I mean about Falcao, he's not just literally up front every single time. He does come back into links, allows Di Maria to wander, etc. So, you know, if we can play a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, which we did switch to in 60 minutes, if we can play that with the same lineup, albeit apart from Carrick, although I like him, Herrera needs to go in for Carrick. We've got Daley Blind who can clear the shit up that Carrick sometimes doesn't. Like, there was I think like 60 minutes in, I think Carrick and Rojo had a little bit of a mix-up, and QPR nearly scored from it. It was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I'd put Herrera there, and literally started as a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond. And if Shaw or Raphael are back, etc., then maybe we can put them in it. But anyway, I'll explain what happened. So after the half, we brought on Fellaini for Juan Mata. Now, personally, I would have thought someone else like Johnny Evans would have been subbed off at this point, and we would have changed formation. But we didn't, and Louis van Gaal persisted with Di Maria up front. And it didn't really work. And then 60 minutes, we're forced into a change because Evans goes off injured. So we bring on James Wilson. Everyone thought Falcao was going off at this point, but he didn't. We changed to a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond. Evans went off, Wilson on, and Di Maria was pushed back to a cam, which 2 minutes later worked. It worked. Antonio Valencia is down forward, he's on the wing, crosses it into Fellaini. Fellaini takes touch, half volley, bang, goal. Insane goal for Fellaini. Very, very happy. I did put a comment on a Sky Sports article about Fellaini about a month ago. Basically, I said his best position for us is right centre mid / right mid, which might sound ludicrous, but it's true. And this is where he played this game. He played slightly onto the right, so if he does lose possession because he's not the best passer, it's not too much. It's not too bad because you've got other players that can cover him. Whereas if he's in the CDM role, which he just can't play, if he loses possession, goals arise from it and we lose games. But Fellaini, fantastic goal. Really, really happy for him. And later on, we extend our lead. Well, actually, I suppose QPR had a fair few opportunities. David De Gea made a good save from Isla, a very narrow shot. We had a few more. Falcao, there was a great cross in from, was it Di Maria or Valencia or Wilson? One of them. No, actually, it was Blind. I got it wrong. Blind crosses it in, and it's a fantastic clearance from, a fantastic interception from Coker. It does look as though Falcao's completely missed it, but Coker takes the ball away from him. So the position that the ball would have went if Coker didn't get the interception in, Falcao would have buried it, but unfortunately he didn't. He had another chance after that where he missed a diving header, but he just needs a run of games instead of coming in for 5 games. Fair enough, he had a run of 5 games, but he scored 2 during that and also assisted, which isn't the worst return considering, comparing it to other strikers that have played, like Van Persie and Rooney when he was played as a striker. So a few more games, a run-in of games, give him a chance in a fucking 4-at-the-back formation, not 3-5-2, because all 5 of those games he played in a 3-5-2, and I think the players are just confused. But anyway, we do wrap it up eventually. Late on, it's a break. Di Maria bursting through, sends through James Wilson, whatever you want to say. United fans call him James, just because, you know, it's that Spanish contingency, I think, in the team. But anyway, I know he's English. He gets a shot. It's well saved. Comes back out to him. Lovely shot into the bottom left. 2-0. Wraps it up. But a shit performance in a 3-5-2. A lot better in a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond. We did create a couple of defensive errors, but I think that's because we were playing 3-5-2 for 60 minutes. And when you switch to a 4-1-2-1-2, you've got to adjust. You've got to get into the right positions, etc., which takes time. If you start in that formation, though, you know everyone's role, etc. And the most important signing for us is not a centre-back in January. It's a right-back. Raphael doesn't seem as though Louis van Gaal's got any confidence in him whatsoever. So we need Klein or Coleman so we can play a 4 at the back. Valencia was out of position a lot because he's not a right-back. He's a right winger. Valencia as a right-back just doesn't work. And that did create a lot of errors. But ultimately, Rojo commanding the defence, finally... you know, a slither of a leader at the back, and it worked. Rojo was my man of the match. So most interceptions, I would gather, most clearances, looked very, very solid. Great partnership when he was partnered with Phil Jones. And then Daley Blind as a left-back, absolutely fantastic, but I'd still prefer to see him in the holding mid-role with Luke Shaw back, because I think he picked up a slight knock or whatever. So yeah, 2-0 win, shit performance for 60 minutes. Soon as we switch to a 4 at the back, we score 2 goals, and to be honest, it could have been a lot more, but we didn't take our chances. But anyway, hopefully Newcastle can get a result, so this pushes up us above Southampton again, and hopefully Arsenal can draw to City, although, you know, that one's a difficult one, but City are quite far ahead of us, so if I had to pick a winner, it would have to be City, because Arsenal are creeping up right behind us. Spurs, I think, have beat Sunderland 2-1, so again, we need to keep the points up. We've got Leicester at home next, well, we've got Cambridge in the FA Cup, and then Leicester at home next, so we need to get a run of games, because now we've got teams that are in the bottom 10 and we need to be picking up wins. So anyway, good 3 points and we keep marching on.